First question.
Hi, here. Simone Di Tata for Fight for Yours. First of all, about the bonuses and even asking a personal opinion on the events and what we actually saw. Was there actually a specific moment that shocked you the most during the night? We've seen many, of course, like always, but was there one in particular?
Yeah, probably a couple things. I would say Darren going down twice and then come back in the knockout. Those are always some of the most exciting fights. Dumpling versus Zales. Zales was one of the first slap fighters. Him, Dumpling, Wolverine, the Bell, Darius were the first few guys that ever did slap fighting. Zales hasn't been in power slap until tonight, and Zales has beaten everyone that in super heavyweight that we've had fight for us. Dumpling, Hawaiian. So I think that was big, and I think Naja showing up for the hometown was a huge moment for her and for us.
Yeah, and also, speaking of the turnout and also the crowd, especially for the hometown people, the hometown fighters, how did you see that? Was that exactly how you anticipated it? Was that even more about the turnout and the hype, how loud they were in the crowd?
Yeah, we thought it was incredible. It's our first time in Belgrade. First of all, the city, the country is incredible. The government, the Ministry of Sport hosted us all week. It's really, really phenomenal experience, and we definitely want to come back here. The crowd was very into it. They taking pictures with the fighters, cheering the whole thing. So it's a little bit different. Like back home in Vegas, everyone counts 1, 2, 3 when the guys are fighting, slapping. And here they didn't do that, but they kind of made up for it with how much they were cheering the fighters on. So I love the crowd. We've been taken in the city all week. It's really been an incredible host for us.
And also when it comes to the hype and how loud they were, we've seen, for example, Sheena throughout the whole week, like being treated like a superstar everywhere, doing everything, media appearances, and like everyone really loved her. Also, of course, it didn't go her way, but does that actually explain how much of a great job you all did and she did as well to try and build the persona, the character, like even the fighter itself, and what you've all created together for her as a persona in general?
Yeah, Sheena was basically the first woman to do this. When we started Slap, we did it at the Apex back in March of 2022. No fans, nobody. Just put on 25 matches and see what worked and see what didn't. And Sheena was one of them. She still got some of those viral knockouts ever. She's obviously great on camera. You saw her all around all this week, and she really represents the sports well. And she's a great human. So it didn't go her way, went Abby's way, but Sheena is forever a power slap legend, no doubt.
And continuing with the main event, we've seen, of course, Abby Montez have a great performance. Also, maybe surprise some people with how she performed. What did you think of the main event, and also crying the first ever women's featherweight champion, and also another great persona, another great character with an awesome story, like a very proud Mexican woman, Mexican fighter. Like, could it get any better, regardless of the winner in the main event? And also, what did you think of the performance by Abby?
Yeah, I told Dana during the main event, I said, we have no losers in this one. Whoever wins this fight and becomes the first women's featherweight champion is definitely somebody who's going to be a star in Slap. Abby's great. We saw her early on. This is her third fight. She's a tough girl. And we're excited for where we're going to bring this thing. Now we have a Mexican champ. We'll see what happens there. But on this card, we had, I think, 14 different countries represented, and that's why we love coming over here. We're able to showcase talent from all around the world.
And speaking of the other champion of the night, Damien, of course, he retained the title, but hearing him talk about potentially retirement and stuff like that, how does it feel? Like, is it kind of scary in a sense, or is it all part of the game?
No, listen, I think this might be the third fight in a row where he's talked about it and he keeps coming back. He's, undefeated heavyweight champion at 8-0. And for those who don't know, he's only 23 or 24 years old. So me personally, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's still got more to cement himself here in Power Slap, but he's a great champ and we love having him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Long time we don't see knockouts from Vasili, but today it's happened. How do you think, was it prime dumpling today?
It was prime. I went back and I told him, I said, where have you been the last 3 fights? I think this was sort of a revenge vendetta for him. I know Zales has had his number twice in the past, and I know Dumpling really wanted this one, especially on this side of the world, so I was happy for him.
Was you surprised because their first fight, it was draw, you know?
Yeah, it was a surprise for all the reasons I said. You know, Dumpling's last 3 fights were, did not end in a finish. We know the kind of power he has, and we know the kind of slap fighter Zales is. I mean, he came in here, I think, 14-0-1, never been beaten before, so now Dumpling's got his number. It's a good win.
He asked title fight rematch with Hitman. Any chance that it's happened?
There's certainly a chance. We'll go back in a week or so, figure out the rest of the year. We have a bunch of cards coming up. We just put our first event in Texas on sale today at Texas Tech. We have October 9th in Vegas. We have October 23rd in Abu Dhabi. And we have more to announce for the rest of the year. So plenty of cards, plenty of fights through the end of 26.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last thing for me, I just really want to thank City of Belgrade, Serbia. You guys have been incredible hosts, Ministry of Sport, everybody. And then one other thing, a good friend of ours, Gary DeFranco, passed away a couple of days ago. Gary was the executive producer on season 1 of Road to the Title and actually recruited all the original slap fighters back in 2022, including Sheena, The Bell, Dorian. So he definitely made his mark, and I just want to give a shout out to Gary. We'll miss you, bud.
Simone Itata for Fight for Yours. First of all, question for both of you. How are you feeling? What are the emotions after this huge night, very important event, and the result?
Вопрос для обоих, для вас. Какие ощущения, какие эмоции после такой невероятной ночи и такого результата?
Super thankful and blessed to be here. Me and Peter Truklik are both warriors, and I would like to run it back with him just to settle the score and make things even.
Все хорошо, я победил, замечательные эмоции, сказал, сделал. То так бы получилось бы, проговорился, так не проговорился. Все хорошо.
Everything's good, really good feelings, and I said I was going to do something, and I did it. It worked out this way because otherwise I would have said something and then did not deliver. So I'm happy that it worked out this way.
Of course, and
А еще я вижу вон там еду, я очень хочу кушать. Можно еды чуть-чуть?
I see some food over there, and I'm very, very hungry. Can I get some food?
I believe it might be coming. When it comes to the atmosphere, the vibes that were in the arena, like the crowd was very loud and was expected, of course. And was it any extra pressure or in general? How did you feel inside? Or is it just, you can really hear the noise and it's just about focusing on the fight? Yeah, for both, once again.
Насчет атмосферы на арене, какие были ощущения? Было очень много шума, люди болели за вас. Прочувствовал ли ты эту атмосферу, и оно тебе помогало или отвлекало, или когда ты на платформе, оно наоборот, ты ничего не слышишь, и ты делаешь свое дело?
Атмосфера была крутая, я слышал поддержку, русскую речь, и было круто. Очень хорошо меня поприветствовали в начале боя, и в конце, все очень круто. Мне кажется, сербам понравилось. Думаю, не последний раз сюда приезжаю.
Very cool atmosphere. I definitely heard the support of the crowd. I even heard somebody speak Russian and supporting me in Russian, so that was cool. And then did my thing, and then they supported more after the fight. I think that the Serbian fans really enjoyed it, and they really showed that they enjoyed it. And I'm happy to come back here. I'm sure this is not the last time. Go ahead and.
When facing Peter, I knew not to worry about the crowd. I had an opponent in front of me, and I knew he was a tough opponent. I think he's actually one of the best opponents that I've faced in this whole division, and I don't know if people were trying to duck him, but he is a legend in the sport, and I just want to thank all the Serbian fans that came out tonight and gave me this opportunity, and made the crowd so great. So thank you.
And now one more question for Dumpling. Frank said that he told you after the fight, where have you been for the last few fights? So we would like to know what that conversation actually was from your perspective, and what did you reply to him?
Фрэнк был здесь. Фрэнк сказал про тебя именно, что он сходил к тебе в раздевалку после боя и сказал, где же ты был всю мою жизнь? Хотелось услышать про вот этот разговор, как он прошел с твоей стороны, что ты понял из этого разговора.
Ну да, так и было. Он подошел, что давно меня ждали, а я ему сказал, говорю, я только, получается, поляков вырубаю. У меня первый бой был поляк и последний поляк. Ну, конечно, более серьезно сейчас отношусь к подготовке и думаю, все будет получаться. И как бы надеюсь, что будет следующий бой уже за титул.
This is exactly what happened. He came in. He said, "Where have you been all my life?" And I said, "You know, this is just what I do. Maybe I just knock out Polish guys. My first opponent that knocked out was Polish. This guy was Polish, so I just knocked the Polish guys out. But really, honestly, I just I take the preparation much more serious now, and I'm happy to keep showing good results. And hopefully, the next fight is going to be for the belt."
Thank you so much.
Вась, поздравляю тебя с победой. Ну вот, как ты считаешь, потасовка, которая между вами случилась перед поединком, помогла ли тебе сейчас зарядиться на нокаут?
Hey, Vasili, congratulations on the victory. Just wanted to know, do you think that the little scuffle that happened between you at the weigh-ins, did it help you to achieve the goal that you achieved in the fight?
Привет, спасибо. Мне кажется, да, она как бы это дала дополнительную как бы мотивацию и ответственность. Вот как бы, ну, можно сказать спасибо ему, что он меня завел, разозлил. Как говорится, русских злить не надо.
Yeah, I think so. I think it really did kind of give me a little more extra motivation, and also kind of give me more responsibility to win. It was one of those things where now I had to go out there and prove it. And as they say, don't anger the Russians.
И мне показалось, что его удары, которые он наносил по тебе, как будто бы были прям очень легкие. Насколько ты их вообще чувствовал каким-то образом?
It seemed as though his shots that he took, the two shots he took, were pretty light. Did you feel them? Did you feel those shots?
Не, ну удары были, конечно, легче, чем вот, ну, бьют ребята гавайцы или самоанец, Ману, как бы они бьют намного тяжелее, чем он. Но и мне даже показалось, что удары даже слабее, когда мы первый раз в Польше с ним бились. Ну, он вроде как бицепс или что оторвал на правой, когда пробил, поэтому левый. Левый был совсем уже как бы такой удар. Ну, все получилось хорошо. Главное, что у меня удар пошел. То у меня уже давно не летел, тут полетел.
Yeah, definitely they were much lighter than the first time when we fought, and for sure lighter than the Hawaiian guys do, and the Samoan guy, Manu. So those guys definitely hit much harder. And I think maybe he tore his bicep or something from his first shot when he hit me with the right, and then he hit the left one, and the left one I didn't feel at all. So the most important part is that my shots went in and my shots landed, and for a while I was in the sport and in power slap, and I couldn't really land a shot properly. Now I did, and I'm happy about that.
И заключительный вопрос. Наш общий знакомый Владимир Колос попросил тебе передать, прям дословно, Василий Александрович, как вы докатились до такой жизни?
Our friend, the friend that we have in common, Vladimir Kolos, wanted to ask specifically, Vasily Alexandrovich, how did you end up living this life?
Ну, получается, как колобок, катился и как бы докатился. Слава богу, у меня есть живот, чтобы катиться.
It's been a long time coming, but here I am.
Спасибо, с победой.
Спасибо.
Dumpling, first of all, congrats. How did it feel to have the crowd behind you? You probably know about the strong bond and friendship between the Serbian and Russian people.
Насколько тебе понравилось, что за тобой была вся публика, за тебя болела вся публика? Наверняка ты знаешь, что у Сербии и у России очень хорошая дружба, поэтому ты, наверное, почувствовал их поддержку.
Да, это чувствовалось. Россия и Сербия братья за век, поэтому как бы поддержка была лучше.
Definitely felt it. You know, they say that Serbs and the Russians are brothers for a century, so of course I felt it.
And one more. How do you manage to stay so composed after taking a hard shot? What's going through your mind in those moments?
Как у тебя получилось оставаться в концентрации, оставалось быть собранным после того, как ты принял его удары?
Но они не были настолько сильными, чтобы потрясти, как бы, но вот что-то там еще у меня в голове есть, что держит удар. Дай бог, пусть оно там остается.
They weren't tough enough to rock me, so I probably still have something. I still have a chin. I still have something in my head that allows me to withstand shots like this. So hopefully it'll stay there for a while.
Все, всем спасибо, я пошел кушать.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go eat now.
Simone Tata for Fight for Yours. First of all, we've seen you actually joke around with each other, talking about maybe your wins right now on stage. So if you want to share maybe what the feeling, the common feeling is after the wins and how you feel about it.
Hi, yes. I don't know, right now I can't believe, but that is the hard work. That is my plan every time. And when I stay here in Serbia, so I pass I'm from Mexico. I have like almost 14 hours the fly, and I'm here alone. Not with my family, with everybody. Use me and everything, but I know I'm Mexican. I'm a warrior, and use that, and I believe in myself, and they say that's better for me, for Mexico, for Latin America, because in Latin America and from Guadalajara, where I'm from, is only for the champions, Alexa Grasso, Irene Aldana, Canelo Álvarez, and ahora Abigail Montes, the first woman champions in Power Slap, and they make the story. I just feel super, super proud of myself. Viva México, cabrones!
For me, it's, like my 7th title defense now. I got a couple of these belts lying around, so it's just what I've been doing, what I'm going to keep doing. I got one fight left on my contract, and I'm going to make sure to end it in a spectacular fashion.
About that, Damien, we spoke with Frank as well right after the fight, and I asked him if he was worried because you talked about retirement. He said, it's like the 3rd, 4th time that he's been talking about retirement. So, I think and hope he'll keep coming back. But what's your feeling about this after this one more? You have one more fight, like you said. Are you still just processing after a fight? Everything's fresh. No decision made yet, but what's your feeling right now?
This decision hasn't changed. I've been talking about it for a while because it's kind of been a countdown for me. I'm the kind of person, I sign a contract, I'm going to fulfill it. So when I first started talking about it, I had 3 fights left on my contract, and every fight is just getting closer and closer to that time. My next fight will be my last one on this contract, and I do intend to retire.
Abi, primero, enhorabuena por convertirte en campeona. Y segundo, viendo lo que pasó en los primeros rounds, por ejemplo, o sea, ¿tú te esperabas ya viendo las faltas que ella hizo y todo, ya después de 2 o 3, ya estabas como en plan, vale, ya está hecho, o seguías intentando darlo todo, no pensar que ya estaba hecho, no pensar que ya le estabas ganando? O sea, ¿cómo te sentiste con el paso de los rounds?
Sí, no, yo sabía que Shayna siempre pues era la favorita, Yo sabía que tenía que hacer todo perfecto para poder ganar, porque incluso en mi tercera marcaron un foul que para mi parecer no era un foul, y mi coach me lo dijo: Abby, necesitamos hacer todo perfecto, porque pues quieras o no, ante los jueces o así a veces no salen las cosas cuando no eres favorita. Entonces pues yo nada más, en mi mentalidad estaba en hacerlo bien, hacer todo lo que estaba en mis manos y hacerlo lo más limpio posible. Eso fue lo que hice. Nunca me confié, porque nunca desconfío ni subestimo el poder de mis oponentes. Shayna es una gran mujer muy fuerte, que siempre había finalizado la mayoría de sus oponentes por knockout. Entonces yo nunca me confié, pero solamente confié en mí misma, en lo fuerte que soy, y solamente disfruté muchísimo el momento, disfruté cada cada persona que gritaba, cada persona del escenario, solamente viví el momento y creo que eso es lo que me llevaba. Yo, al final de cuentas, como lo dije, no venía aquí solamente para pasear, yo vine y crucé todo el mundo literalmente, vine de un lado hacia el otro sola para buscar esto que tengo aquí. Y no me quitaban esa hambre porque lo he buscado desde hace mucho tiempo y creo que yo lo merezco más que nadie en esta vida.
Y exactamente sobre eso te quería preguntar porque dijiste que disfrutaste muchísimo y, o sea, se veía muy bien porque estabas disfrutando con tu coach también todo el tiempo. O sea, estabas de verdad como si... Estaba claro que estabas en una pelea, pero estaba como si estuvieses en tu casa desde cierto punto de vista, porque estabas ahí disfrutándolo, riéndote. Obvio que siempre estabas pensando en lo que estabas haciendo, pero es que se te veía muy, muy relajada, muy disfrutándolo todo, en cada momento.
Sí, es lo que yo dije. Tuve un corte de peso muy pesado. Nunca corto mucho para la división 145, pero esta vez se juntó todo, ¿no? El viaje de más de 40 horas, mi periodo como mujer, entonces se juntó todo eso para el corte de peso. Estaba, de verdad, fue difícil, fue muy complicado, pero siempre en mi mente fue... Esta pelea, este combate lo voy a ganar con mi mente y solamente, este es mi trabajo y lo quiero disfrutar todo el tiempo, por más difícil que sea, solamente pensar en disfrutarlo, porque por algo vine aquí, por algo me eligieron y por algo estoy en este momento hasta el otro lado del mundo representando a mi país, representando a mi tierra, a mis raíces. Es por eso que tengo esto. Yo siempre lo que quise dar, el mensaje que quise dar es de que los mexicanos tenemos muchísima historia, traemos muchos ancestros que tenemos que recordar con mucho orgullo, con mucha fuerza, porque venimos de ser guerreros y eso es lo que vine a demostrar, que somos unos guerreros y que si nosotros creemos en nosotros, nuestros guerreros, pues sigue el legado.
Dijiste que de una forma u otra ibas a hacer historia y lo sabías desde el primer momento que entraste en ese mundo. Ya lo has hecho y primero, enhorabuena de nuevo, pero segundo, ¿cómo te sientes ahora que oficialmente has hecho historia?
Muy orgullosa, muy orgullosa. Tengo 26 años, comencé desde los 19 años, vengo de una familia humilde, vengo desde abajo, sé lo que es trabajar, he trabajado todos los días por ser mejor, no me quedo quieta, hago MMA, Muay Thai, Power Slap, pero porque solamente quiero demostrar eso, que soy mujer y soy la campeona, ¿no? Somos mujeres, la fuerza de una mujer siempre va a estar por adelante y a veces nos subestima, ¿no? Eres mujer, no puedes hacer esto, eres mujer, tienes que estar en casa, tienes que cuidar a hijos, tienes que casarte y servir a tu esposo y está bien, yo respeto eso, pero ese no es mi sueño es demostrar que las mujeres somos guerreras y que las mujeres podemos hacer todo lo que queramos.
Enhorabuena, Abby. Congrats, Demian.
Gracias.
My question to Demian. Demian, congratulations of your win. You defend the belt. You have 2 belts on the table. Probably you think about super fights against some super heavyweights. No. Why?
I'm sorry, but I've thought about it. I've played around with the idea, but after seeing how Dwayne Crespo, he moved up to super and it didn't go his way. A lot of those dudes just take a lot better hits. Like, they got no necks, so it's a lot harder to do damage up in that division. I'd rather not have to deal with that. I'm good staying at heavyweight, keep racking up belts, keep racking up the defenses, and just keep winning.
Your opponent today has an unusual style, you know, like he dancing before the fight, he move his hand before the punch. Does it affect to you? Maybe relax or something like that?
It's definitely like a psychological thing he tries to do, you know, try to get into people's heads. I mean, I've always been a more stoic person, so those things don't really mess with me or bother me at all. I mean, I walked out to All-Star by Smash Mouth. I'm a pretty goofy person myself, so, you know, I just take that in stride and do what I need to do. When it comes to taking those hits, you know, winding it up, it does play with the timing a little bit of when you're biting down to eat shots. But at the end of the day, as long as you're paying attention, it really shouldn't affect it too much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.